Once upon a time, in the quiet town of Dayton, Ohio, lived two curious brothers with restless minds, Orville and Wilbur Wright. They weren't just ordinary men. By trade, they ran a small bicycle repair shop, but deep inside, they carried a dream far bigger than wheels and chains. They dreamed of conquering the sky. Their fascination with flight began in 1878, when their father gifted them a small flying toy, a helicopter powered by a rubber band, based on a design by French aviation pioneer Alphonse Pinot. That tiny toy didn't just fly, it lit a fire inside their hearts. As they grew older, their curiosity only deepened. The brothers devoured books, sketched designs, and studied stories of other dreamers who had attempted flight, most of whom had failed. One name stood out: Otto Lilienthal, the brilliant German glider pioneer who died while chasing his dream. His failure wasn't a warning for them, it was a challenge. But the Wright brothers believed flight wasn't magic. It was math, physics, and engineering. They noticed something no one else had. Birds didn't flap wildly. They tilted, glided, and controlled their motion with precision. So they thought, what if we could control an aircraft the same way? That's when they came up with the idea of wing warping, twisting the wings like a bird's feathers to steer the aircraft. This was the seed of their breakthrough. They started small. Their first attempts at gliders failed, again and again, but they didn't give up. After countless trials, they finally built a kite-like glider that flew, and more importantly, could be controlled. It introduced the concept of three-axis control: pitch, up, down, using a forward elevator; roll, tilt side to side, using wing warping; yaw, left, right turns, using a rear rudder. This was revolutionary. For the first time in history, humans had built a machine that could be controlled in the air. But the journey wasn't over. Next came a major challenge: power. They needed an engine, one that was powerful enough to lift the plane, but light enough to fly. No existing engine was suitable. So with the help of their mechanic, Charlie Taylor, they built their own engine, a 12-horsepower machine that was lighter than anything the world had seen at the time. The next obstacle: propellers. The Wright brothers saw the propeller not just as a fan, but as a spinning wing that created horizontal lift to pull the plane forward. They applied their wind tunnel data to this concept, calculating airflow, twist angles, and blade shape. Their design featured blades with a changing twist along the length, long and narrow shape to reduce air resistance, made from strong, lightweight wood. It was science and craftsmanship, perfectly blended. Now they needed a frame, a structure that was strong yet lightweight. They chose a biplane design, which offered greater lift in a smaller wingspan, stronger, more stable structure, better weight distribution. They used spruce wood, muslin fabric, and piano wire to build the aircraft, materials that were light, durable, and available. And then, the Wright Flyer I was born. It's December 17th, 1903. The wind howled across the sands of Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. The sky was gray. The beach was empty, except for a few curious eyes and two determined brothers. Orville lay face down on the flyer, gripping the controls. Wilbur steadied the wings, his breath visible in the morning air. Their homemade engine sputtered, coughed, then roared to life. The machine rattled forward on its rail, and then it lifted. For 12 seconds, Orville was airborne. Just 120 feet, but it was enough to change the course of human history. On the second flight, Wilbur flew 852 feet in 59 seconds, the longest and most successful flight of the day.